Thank you so much, Leader of Majority, Your Excellency, our President, and all the leaders, Deputy President, Speaker, Members of Parliament. It's really amazing to see this entire group that has gathered today to celebrate two things: the strategic plan of KYPA as well as 20-year anniversary. Margaret Mead once said that never doubt that a small group of people, of thoughtful, committed citizens, can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. I am immensely proud of Kenya Young Parliamentarians Association. Your Excellency, I have chaired this association for 10 years, from 2013 to 2023. When we got in, the cutoff age was 35. And I became a member of parliament at age 28. When I was an MP, we got together with the late Ken Okoth, who was our treasurer, David Ochieng, Kawaya was my vice chair, Honorable Zuleha, and we said, let's create a caucus, or rather, let's revive a caucus that you had started in your time with Cecil Mbarire, Njoki Ndung'u, Kabando wa Kabando, Sami Wea. It was not an easy time, Your Excellency, because the young people had a lot of challenges in parliament. It was the largest number of young people elected that time. We were 50 below the age of 35. I was also the chair at that time of the Committee on Cohesion, and it was a joint committee. I was chairing very old people. You know, General Kaiseri, the late Oteno Kajwang, Chris Obure, and they would wonder, what is this young person going to tell me? How can this person be a leader? And that time I was also chair of the ruling party. And you can imagine someone like Senator Haji, a member of TNA, was older than my father. But I was inspired by the words of the Bible in 1 Timothy 4:12 that says, and it's relevant today as it was that time, do not let anyone look down upon you because you are young, but set an example to the believers in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity. I want to encourage the young members of parliament here. Let no one look down upon you because you are young. Set an example. And I think that example has given us great products in KYPA. Your Excellency, Mheshimiwa Methu has given us an example. At every turn, when our country needed to move to the next level, it is the young people of this country who played a part. In the 50s, going into the 60s, it was the tomboyers. Tomboya in his 20s. If you look at the history of our country, the Littleton Constitution, the Lennox Boyd Settlement, up until Lancaster, he was in his 20s. He would command respect in London. He would stay at the Piccadilly, while the old wazers like Jaramogi and the rest would be put in a dormitory. That was Tomboya. Mwai Kibaki became executive director of KANU at 32. You know, the next generation that needed to take us to the next level, multipartism, they were young people. It was the Orengos. You know, that time, Your Excellency, you were on the other side, but you played a role in YK 92 with the Jirongos. That generation also played their part. I want to tell you, there is nothing more powerful than a generation that is in tune with its season and its cause and knows why it is there to exist. If we come together as young people, we can change this country. And at this time, our country needs empowerment economically and to unify our country, that we can look beyond tribes, we can look beyond where you came from, because that hunger of Mama Njeri in Nyeri is the same as Mama Kinyi in Kisumu. It is these young people who are going to unite the country, Kenya. So be confident, Waheshimiwa. I am available to support you. You have the president, our mentor, and Your Excellency, is true. I found your contribution in 2013. Ilikuwa bado iko hapo kwa account ambayo tulifungua. We institutionalized KYPA. I want us to clap for Tony Buluma. This young man, when he came to me, he had just failed as an MCA in Komarok, I think. He was very thin. He was walking. Today he drives a Prado and is a CEO of the highest funded caucus in the Parliament of the Republic of Kenya. KYPA gets the highest support in Kenya. Your Excellency, the only thing I'm going to add as well, to encourage our members of Parliament, please come together when it comes to legislation. In our time, we passed the 30% procurement rule for youth women and persons with disability. We passed the National Employment Authority Act that created that institution. We passed amendments to the HELB Act. We legislated for young people. But what I want to advise the chairman of KYPA, my successor, the mistake, please don't stand, please. The mistake you would make, we made a conscious decision in 2013 that in KYPA, we would never discuss politics. That is why KYPA exists to date. We saw other caucuses. I remember that time KWOPA, they could not even meet because they took sides politically. The issues of young people do not know political sides. And let me tell you, Mheshimiwa Mukunji, a young person in Embu has more in common with a young person in Kisumu than he has with his father in Embu. The young people of this country, we have more that unite us than what divides us. So I would urge you, please, never allow the political discussion to come within KYPA. Focus on issues of young people. That time my Secretary General was David Ochieng, ODM. My Vice Chair was Kawaya of WIPA. Ken Okoth was the Treasury from ODM. We had mixed each other. We had TNA, we had URP. And I think that is the situation that you have as well today. Finally, Your Excellency, young people of Kenya are ready to lead. And they're able to lead. Trust us with leadership. We want to see more young people around you. In our time, we set up what we called reference groups. Mheshimiwa Keter there was part of a reference group, and after that, he became a member of parliament. Your Excellency, today, I'm told they have pushed the age of KYPA to 40, because our time it was 35, which means I am still a member of KYPA. I'm going to start the KYGA, Kenya Young Governors Association. I don't think we're very many, but we shall start that. But I want to contribute, Bwana Chairman, to your kitty. For your activities, I will give you 2 million shillings. I'm sure I can, together with my friends, to support the activities that you're doing. But young people are ready to lead. And I'm happy to announce today, you know, Nairobi, if Nairobi was a country, it would be the 20th richest country in Africa, Your Excellency. The GDP of Nairobi is 28 billion. The GDP of Rwanda is $11 billion. We are more than twice Rwanda. I am proud today, and I'm sure the young people of Kenya are proud today, because we've hit the record of the highest revenue collected by a county government since God made Kenya, of 12 billion shillings, and it is done by a young person. I think that's something we should be proud of. So young people, especially those who are nominated, where you are is not the end of your journey. Do not despise humble beginnings. Dream big, be ambitious, and let no one pour water on your ambition. Tomorrow you can be a governor, you can be a president, you can be leader of majority like Ishungwa or like Aaron Cheriot. You can be anything that you want to be, because the world belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. And Kenya is young. Our median age is 19. In the 2009 census, Your Excellency, I think 2019 census, only 9% of Kenyans were above age 50. Only 9%. 91% of Kenyans were below 50. Those of you above age 50, you should actually know each other, because you are so few. If the young people decide to rise up, we can actually change our country. Thank you so much. Congratulations, KYPA, on your 20th anniversary. We're always here to support you. It is now my honor and privilege to invite my distinguished Kotsa, my uncle, our speaker, who is the longest serving member of parliament, continuous from 1993 when I was in class 2. Mheshimiwa Wetangula, tumpigieni makofi.